Okay, and so we have the most basic components of shading. Um, there's really just two components to shading. Now, it does get more complicated than that, but you start with these two fundamental elements. And for shading to occur, you have to have number one, a light source, and number two, an object or a surface that's either obscuring the light or receiving the light. And so, number one, like I say, you need a light source. It could be one light source, it could be several. Um, it could be anything from sunlight to incandescent interior light. Oftentimes, there's many different light sources within one painting, and we'll discuss that more in detail in future lessons. But just to put it down to its bare bones elements, that's really what you have to have. So you have the light, and then you have the object or surface obscuring the light. You might have an object that's receiving the light, and then the other one is casting a shadow on the other, or the object itself has a shadow within it. And so let me show you a couple of examples here of what I'm talking about. Okay, and so in this particular example, I have a photo I took of three different balls, and they're being illuminated by one lamp. And so you have a light source, which is a lamp above, and then you have the object receiving the light, which is the ball, and you have a shadow being cast from the ball. So with that, we have two types of shadows. The first one is a cast shadow, and that's where one object obscures the light, illuminating another object to some degree. So let me show you what I'm talking about in that photo. So taking this red ball as an example, we have a cast shadow coming from the ball itself onto this cloth, and you can see how dark that is. There's really not much light coming into my studio where I took this shot, and so from that one lamp, the light from it being covered excuse me, by this ball, it really makes it quite dark, and you can see that. So that is what we would call a cast shadow.